I don't think it's going to be much of a problem. I think once we settle, there's going to be no more war in Ukraine, and you're not going to have it. It's not going to be a very big problem. That's going to be the least of it.
Mr. President, how do you react to people in Europe who say that you are...
We're helping Ukraine like nobody's ever helped Ukraine before. And I can say this, if I didn't become president, Ukraine would right now still be at a level where there would be no even thinking about a peace. And it's a sad thing that this happened. This would have never happened, this war, if I were president. Zero chance. And
about this just a moment ago. This is exactly what we want to do. We want to build peace with you.
And I will say this also, it could lead to World War III if it's not solved. You know, there'll be a point at which it's not going to stop at those two countries. Already there's such involvement from other countries. And it could really lead to a very big war, World War III, and we're not going to let that happen either. He's a smart customer, I will tell you that.
How would you qualify your relationship?
Yeah, European troops may go into Ukraine as peacemakers. So when the agreement is done, they can watch that everything is followed properly. I don't think that's going to be a problem. And
not to respond because they're waiting on further guidance, but Elon Musk's tweet said a failure to respond would be taken as a resignation.
I will be meeting with President Zelensky. In fact, he may come in this week or next week to sign the agreement, and which would be nice. I'd love to meet him. Would meet at the Oval Office. So the agreement's being worked on now. They're very close to a final deal. It'll be a deal with rare earths and various other things, and he would like to come, and I understand it, here to sign it, and that would be great with me. I think they then have
Europe and America in NATO? Are you going to go to the...
But yeah, at some point I'll be meeting with President Putin too.
What is your idea about Italy? If you want to make the same thing in Italy?
No, NATO is a good thing if it's done properly and if it's used properly.
Ukraine proposed and also the U.S. proposed.
I mean, not soon, but I would be certainly, if this all gets settled out, which I think it will, sure, I would go there.
On the 9th of
And
May?
you'd come here too.
On the 9th of May on the Red Square?
I don't know the 9th of May, no, I think that's pretty soon. But no, at the appropriate time I would go to Moscow.
When do you think the war will end?
I think the war could end soon.
How soon?
Within weeks.
Weeks?
Today on the major economic development transactions between the U.S. and Russia.
The peace is respected. Our assistance may include other capacity building, perhaps for the military.
Yeah, he will accept that.
He will accept
I've
that.
asked him that question.
You talk to me?
I've asked him that question.
Partners, this week we've shared this information with other European countries, and we are ready and willing to provide those security guarantees.
Russia is the one that pays everybody back. Are they aggressive?
It's just frozen assets now. You can take the proceeds of the frozen assets, but you cannot take the assets themselves because it's not respecting international law, and we want to respect international
How is
law.
one different than the other? If you can take the proceeds from it, how can you not take
Because it's
them?
very different. You keep the assets, you take the proceeds because they are paralyzed in a certain way. You take the proceeds during the wartime, but you keep the assets, and it's part of the negotiation at the end of the war. Because, I mean, this war costed all of us a lot of money. And this is the responsibility of Russia, because the aggressor is Russia.
Should the US be compensated?
So at the end of the day, this frozen asset should be part of the negotiation. All in all.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Fred. Thank you, Fred. Here we go.